Dr. Mallika, Jen writes on Facebook, how much risk is there for my child who is unvaccinated since she is too young to be around fully vaccinated people?
Well, there's always a risk that someone who's unvaccinated could get infected, including a child. Fortunately, children don't tend to get really ill from the coronavirus, but you don't want your child to get sick, and you certainly don't want her to pass the virus on to others. So until she's old enough to get vaccinated, I would continue to take precautions, try to limit her exposure to other unvaccinated people, and continue to mask and socially distance like we've been doing.
All right. Jim writes on Facebook, I drank a lot of alcohol the night before my vaccine and the 2 nights following my shot. I later read that it could suppress the vaccine response. Is this something I need to worry about?
Well, heavy alcohol use is never recommended, ever. And there is some concern that drinking heavily can suppress the immune system. So it's probably fine to have a drink the day before you get vaccinated or the day you get vaccinated. But if you got the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine and you still have a dose left, then make sure you don't drink heavily around that dose. And please talk to your doctor about any concerns that you have.
Here's sort of a related question. Jane asks, would taking a Xanax be okay before the vaccine, or is that not advisable?
Well, if your doctor prescribes Xanax to you for anxiety and you feel like you need to take it before you get your vaccine, it's probably fine. Talk to your doctor first, and also don't drive yourself to your vaccine appointment because it is a sedative and it could make you woozy.
Reyes writes on Facebook, I received the J&J on April 10th. I'm 65. Should I have certain tests done by my doctor?
If you're feeling perfectly fine, then there's no test that your doctor needs to necessarily order. But if you develop a severe headache or chest pain or shortness of breath, obviously you need to seek medical attention.
Ron has a very specific question. He asks, I just got the Moderna vaccine, and the person giving me the vaccine said the dose was 0.4 milliliters. However, shouldn't the Moderna vaccine be 0.5 milliliters?
Yeah, you're right. The typical dose of the Moderna vaccine is 0.5 milliliters. So perhaps the person at your vaccination site misspoke. Hopefully you received the appropriate dose. But remember, even if you didn't, you're getting 2 doses, so you're likely to still mount a good immune response.
Yeah, let's hope they just did misspeak. Dr. Mallika, thank you. Dr. Mallika offers her best advice, but as always, consult your personal physician before making any decisions about your health. If you have a question for Dr. Mallika, there are 3 ways to reach her here. Email Dr. Mallika at cbs.com, on Twitter at Mallika Marshall, or Facebook message her, Dr. Mallika Marshall.